Welcome to the Morning Update. I'm Erin Ramsey. The federal government has rejected claims of special treatment for New South Wales over lockdown support payments. More than $5 billion will be spent by the federal and New South Wales governments to help businesses and employees. The Victorian government claiming it had to beg for Commonwealth help, but Federal Treasurer Josh Frydenberg denies there are double standards.
Victoria was offered a 50-50 split and they decided to reject that. The payments to New South Wales for the first 2 weeks that it was experienced with the same lockdown in Victoria were exactly the same.
Police will be out in force at the border ahead of Origin 3 on the Gold Coast tonight. Acting Chief Superintendent Rhys Wildman says any fans from COVID hotspots who try to sneak in will be caught.
We're planning to have more than 70 additional police, including some specialist areas, attending and providing support into our policing engagement for this operation.
A Caltex and a Hungry Jack's have been added to the Tier 1 exposure sites list in Victoria. It comes as it was revealed that the COVID-infected family that breached red zone permit rules after returning from Sydney won't be fined. Meantime, new rules are now in place for workers who live in Sydney's COVID hotspots, which require people to get tested every 3 days. Sydney-siders who also travel to regional areas from the lockdown area will have to get tested once a week. An announcement on extending Sydney's lockdown beyond Friday may come as soon as today and Thursday at the latest. Fresh COVID exposure sites have also been unveiled on the Sunshine Coast, including a Big W and a bakery. It comes after a previously announced case had their infectious period revised. To sport now, and in tennis, Roger Federer has joined a long list of stars to pull out of the Tokyo Olympic Games. A knee injury has forced his withdrawal. A disappointed Federer says competing at the Games for Switzerland has been a highlight of his career. France has claimed its first victory over the Wallabies on Australian soil in 31 years with a 28-26 win in Melbourne. In AFL, the Swans are expected to continue using Geelong's field as their home ground until the COVID outbreak is under control in Sydney. And a clean sweep is on the cards for New South Wales in front of a Queensland crowd when they take on the Maroons in Origin 3 on the Gold Coast tonight. In entertainment, The Crown and The Mandalorian have topped this year's Emmy Award nominations with 24 each. WandaVision received the most noms for a limited series with 23. Meanwhile, Aussie actress Yvonne Strahovski has received a nomination for her role in The Handmaid's Tale. Sacha Baron Cohen is suing a cannabis company after it used his Borat image to sell medical marijuana. He wants more than $9 million in damages from Solar Therapeutics, saying he'd never align himself with a product like that. And spoiler alert for MasterChef fans. Justin has won the finale in last night's episode, taking out the victory over Pete by just 1 point. He walked away $250,000 richer. That's your latest from the Nova Podcast team. We'll see you this afternoon for another episode of The Update.